And here it is, Polar Lights, Star Trek, the Search for Spock, USS Grissom, NC-638, and Klingon Bird of Prey kit in 1/1000 scale. I got this on a great deal on eBay for $10, which is actually pretty awesome. Star Trek 3 happens to be a very favorite Star Trek movie of mine, only in that it introduced a number of ships that are now ubiquitous in all of Star Trek, including the Next Generation era. But this is where it started. You got your Klingon Bird of Prey. You have the USS Grissom, or the Oberth class. I'm going to turn this. So here, you will be remembered with honor. Is just a saying right there. And then the artwork on the side. Here's what it looks like assembled. You do have a decal sheet for the Grissom itself. And then here it is in the back. You can position the Bird of Prey in flight or attack mode, which you would have seen in the movie. 31 parts, 2 complete kits, all in molded plastic that is colored. Let's go ahead and take a look at what. First off is your build guide. Here are the 2 ships on the front here. Captain Kirk, Search for Spock on the top. As you can see, the instructions for the Bird of Prey. Doesn't seem to be very complicated. Right here at the bottom does show you cruising mode and attack mode, so you can based on which flight mode you're going to choose, you'll use specific parts for that. Okay. It does come with stands, so that's fantastic. On the other side, an even simpler instruction guide for the Grissom. You got your nacelles, your main hull, your saucer section, and then how to mount it on your stand. So, looks to be very easy. All right, next up is the decal sheet. As you can see, you do have some decals for the Klingon ship right here. But most of this is taken up by the Grissom or the Oberth class decals. However, if you zoom in just a bit, you'll notice that you do have different registry numbers, so you can make this as the Pegasus, the Vico, the Cochrane, and the lead ship of the line, the Oberth. Obviously, you have the registry for the Grissom right there. So pretty cool. I do like that. This will give you flexibility. So if you do decide that you want to get a second or third kit, you can make the Oberth class ship any one of these registries. Okay. Next up are your stands, which are cool. They're just plain black. You can paint these if you wanted to. I'll probably leave them black. All right. Right next up is the baggie that contained the clear parts. I'm going to zoom in so we can take a closer look. I haven't looked at the instructions, so I'm not quite sure where all of these clear parts go, but when I do my assembly video, that will certainly be part of it. So, being clear, you can paint these in a translucent paint, so if you wanted to have color for these clear pieces, you can. All right, next up are the 2 sprues for the Bird of Prey. I'm going to put that on screen here, and we will take a closer look at each of them. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Again, not very many pieces. This should be a very simple build. Let's take a closer look at this sprue that has part of the main hull. Again, fairly well detailed. It is in a green kind of plastic here. You can leave it as is or paint it to something more that closely hews to what you've seen in the movies and the TV show. All right, here is the second sprue. Nice detailing on the wings here. Because of the detailing, and this will probably take a wash very nicely. All right, I'm going to put both sprues back on the screen here. And that is your Bird of Prey. Right, rounding out the video are the sprues for the Grissom. You do have 3, 2 of them larger and the smaller. So again, not very many pieces. We'll go ahead and take a closer look at them. So here is the hull and the bottom of the saucer area. Bit of detail. Again, very simple. Shouldn't be difficult. And here is the top of the ship itself. the cells here and the saucer. And finally, the smaller sprue. All right, we'll go ahead and put all of them back onto the screen here. Again, shouldn't be very difficult. Not very many pieces. Great kit if you're a Star Trek fan and a beginning modeler. And there you have it, Polar Lights Star Trek USS Grissom NCC 638 and Klingon Bird of Prey for the Search for Spock in 1/1000 scale. This is a great kit. There are a few things that I really like about it, the simplicity of the model. So if you are a new modeler, this might be a good kit to get started on. As you can see, there's not as many components to it, so it should be pretty easy to assemble. The size is good. Also the value, you get 2 ships in one kit. I personally got this for $10, but I've seen this kit range between $20 and $30. Even so, you will get 2 ships that you can assemble. Stands are there. You have decals. Most of those decals are for the Grissom, but it's nice that you do have other registry numbers in case you want to make a different Oberth class ship. And another nice thing is the 2 different flight modes for the Bird of Prey. You can have it in cruising mode or in attack mode, based on how you want to model it. So getting a couple of these might be a good way of displaying different ways of having the Bird of Prey in a specific mode, as well as different registry numbers for a Oberth class starship. So anyway, that is it. If you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new unboxings coming out of the channel, and then click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That's the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about scale models, Star Trek, and anything else that I cover on this channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more scale model videos from WarGamingNewb.